Okay, so they talked about some things that kind of got my mind going. They talked about some of Fear's friends and some of the things that hold us back that we need to be aware of. I learned from a very wise friend that we have to name things to tame things. And that can be done with mental things that are holding us back. If we can name it, we can get on top of it. Sometimes it's with habits. If we can name them and call them out and be aware that we're doing them, then we can tame them and we can get on top of them. So some of Fear's friends might look like complacency or mediocrity or mediocre thinking that, we're just okay in our rut because everybody else is in the rut and it's okay. Making excuses, distractions, doubt, quitting. All of these things can get in our way of achieving our goal. And every one of them are things that we all face from one time to another. What does it look like to overcome that? It looks like endurance. It looks like commitment. It looks like putting the work in. You talked about doing the work when nobody's around to watch. What are you going to do when you have that extra few minutes and nobody's there to be the boss, to tell you how to spend that time? Are you going to be the boss? Are you going to be in control of your time so that you can be in control of your future? Do you have the enthusiasm, the vision, and the perspective to be able to know where you're going and put in the work? Do you have focus? Focus on what it is that you're wanting, where you're going, and not let all those little distractions take you away. He talked about forsaking the things that become the challenges and the distractions and the things that hold us back. He talked about following through. And they talked about if you could just focus on yourself, but if I could exchange your business for that, if you could just focus on your business for a short period of time and be consistent with it, then literally you can earn back your time. But people that don't take network marketing seriously and never put in that focused effort for a little bit of time end up poking at it for years and years and years. And it's a side project, it's a side hustle, and it always pays them as such. But if you'll treat it as a business and look at it as opening a business, I've gone back and I'm talking to some of the people that are close to me in my life that have been a little bit on my chicken list, or that maybe not chicken list necessarily, but I've just assumed that they know what I do. I've been doing this for 30 years. Come on, like they should know what I do. But I got thinking about it, and I don't really know what my brothers do when they go to their jobs. So I got thinking they probably don't know really what it is that I do. And so I'm going back and I'm having a real conversation with them saying, look, if I opened a store down on Center in Maine and I was having a big grand opening, would you be there? And every one of them says, absolutely. Said, if I was going to show you what I was doing with my products and my business, I'm not having you come because I'm expecting you to come be a regular at my shop. I'm having you come because it's a celebration and I'm opening it up and I want you to know what I have, because maybe the day will come that you do need something that I have, or maybe the day will come that you run into a friend that needs what I have and then you can point them in my direction. It's all about you just knowing what I have and what I do. Would you come? And they all say yes. And then I say, well, I'm not opening a brick and mortar. What I do is very virtual. It's from my home. It's intangible. Can I send you a video? And will you watch it? Will you watch it with the same commitment that you would come if I was opening my shop at 7 o'clock and doing a ribbon cutting on Thursday night? You would be there. Will you watch this video? And they're all telling me yes. And finally, I'm getting some people that are looking and really seeing what I have and they're listening. But it's that focus of treating it like a business. If you had a regular business, you would be there. You would have set hours and you would know when you're going to be open and you would treat it as such. If you'll treat this with the same respect, it will pay you and pay you and pay you in ways you can't even imagine. It's not going to pay you hourly. It's not going to pay you a salary. it's going to pay you exponentially. And when you understand the exponential payout versus the other regular payouts we're used to receiving, it'll blow your mind. If you think about it, if you sign up one person, just one person, and they buy $100 worth of product, they buy 2 genomics every month. They buy one for them and one for their spouse. And every month they buy the genomics and they're a customer. That's $20 you're going to make from that order. It doesn't sound like a big deal, but over a year it's $240, and over a 10-year period it's $2,400 that you don't ever have to work for again. You don't ever have to put in that time again. If you can do it once, can you do it again? Can you do it again? Can you do it again? Then it goes from 2,400 to 4,800. Guys, that's an extra $5,000 that you didn't have to do anything for. I think we forget the impact of the residual. We're doing the work once, we're getting paid on it now, and we're getting paid on it again, and we're getting paid on it again as these products change people's lives. Be committed to your future, be committed to your dream, and be committed to your business. Treat it as such. We don't have to put everything on hold for 6 months like you talked about. It'd be great if we could just turn off the world and just focus. Well, we can't. We still have to do the other things. We still have to deal with the life things, the circumstances, the stuff, the chores, the day-to-day. But if you'll focus on your business while you're doing those other things as a side project, just flip the focus for just a little bit of time, it'll change your life forever. So that's my rev for today. Okay, yeah, I had given permission to one other person to say some things, but it looks like she had to step off. So have a wonderful day, everyone.